Hi, my name is Mike, and in today's video, I've got a multi-parter here. Is a teaching about the gathering. It's called The Harvest of Souls, the Elect and the Great Crowd. To understand the harvest, we need to look back at the Old Testament, how a harvest was performed in ancient Israel. Let's start by reading Leviticus 23:10. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and I shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. So what is it saying? Well, before a harvest can begin, a first fruits or barley harvest must be given to the priest to begin with. Do you understand its symbolic meaning? Well, the first fruits is the elect, the bride of Christ, that have given their complete all to Jesus. These are the elect first fruits, as we read in 2 Thessalonians 2:13. But we ought always to give thanks to God for you, brothers, beloved by the Lord, because God chose you as the first fruits to be saved through sanctification by the Spirit and belief in the truth. James 1:18. Of his own will he brought us forth by the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creature. Also the elect, 2 Timothy 2:10. Therefore I endure everything for the sake of the elect. Titus 1:1. Paul, a servant of God and an apostle of Jesus Christ, for the sake of the faith of God's elect. And Matthew 24:22. And if those days had not been cut short, no human would be saved, but for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. Also, Revelation 14:4. It is these who have not defiled themselves with women, for they are virgins. It is these who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These have been redeemed from mankind as first fruits for God and to the Lamb. And the priest is symbolic of Jesus, our high priest. He was the first of the first fruits. If you read it, 1 Corinthians 15:23. But each in its turn, Christ the first fruits, then when he comes, those who belong to him. Hebrews 4:14. Since then we have a great high priest who has passed through the heavens, Jesus the Son of God. Let us hold fast our confession. Hebrews 7:17. For his witness of him, you are a priest forever, after the order of Melchizedek. So before the wheat harvest, the first fruits barley harvest, the elect bride class are gathered first to the priest, Jesus. Then the 144,000, part of the elect group, along with the two witnesses, will reap the wheat harvest, the wedding guests, that will come out of the great tribulation. Here are some interesting facts about the harvest in ancient Israel. Barley, first fruits, symbolic of the elect. The barley was to be offered to the priest. It was a one sheaf offering. The priest would hold the barley corn from the sheaf in outstretched arms while moving it from side to side. A handful of barley corn was burned on the altar, and the rest was eaten by the priest. Less refining for the barley. The wheat, though, symbolic of the great crowd, which come out of the great tribulation. The wheat process is different from the barley, as barley is easy enough to remove the chaff from the grain. But for the wheat process, the chaff to be removed, it needs to be threshed. In other words, it is beaten because it requires a more effective means to remove the chaff. On a tribulum board is used to do this. So to recap, the first fruits elect bride, who has made herself ready after some refining, will be taken first at the 6th seal. And what I'll do a part 2. God bless. Bye-bye.